we will start together the session. This session, inshallah, will talking about or will complete talking about the statistics. We talked before about the counting techniques or the counting methods and the probability and today, inshallah, we will complete. Today, inshallah, we will complete. The measures of center of tendency. What is the measures of the center of tendency? We talked about this lesson in the previous year, and we said that we have some measures of the center of tendency, some measures for the dispersion, or we're going to variation, and some measures for the place or the location. Measures of the angle of the center of tendency are the measures that determine the point that the uh, information or the values or our data is located about. So we have like a common point. It means, for example, if I have 5 subjects, I get 9 in the first subject, 9 in the second subject, 8 in the third subject. In the fourth subject, I get 10, and the last subject, I get 9. So my mark is around 9, around 9. It means 90% for the all or whole subjects. To get the center of tendency or to measure the center of tendency, we have three main measures. The first is the arithmetic mean, and the second is the median, and the third is the mean. What is the arithmetic mean? The arithmetic means is the sum over the number or the total number of values. It means if I have 5 values, as I said, you will add 8, 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 8 plus 10 over their number. We have 5 numbers. So you will add over 5 or divide by 5. What about the median? The median is the number that divide or the values that divide the set of values into two equal parts. It means the number that stand in the middle. In the middle. It means you will arrange what, mister? This is the first step, and this is a very, very important step. Some of my dear students say, don't remember this step, and we get the number in the middle. Mister, we get the number in the middle, and the answer is wrong because you don't arrange. Mister, we will arrange ascending or descending. It means from least to the greatest or from greatest to least by any way, and we get the middle number. Mister, if we have 2 numbers in the middle, it means if our data is even number, you will take the 2 middle numbers, add them, and divide it by 2. It means they get their arithmetic mean. We're going to the mood. The mood is the most frequent or the most repeated or the most famous value. It means if you have a data and you have a lot of values that repeated, so it's better to use the mood. And also, if our values is a qualitative values. What qualitative values? If I'm talking, for example, about nationality, so I have a multinational company and I'm talking about nationality. And I need to get the measure of the center of tendency. So I can't add. Means Egyptian plus Saudi plus American. How come I add? Okay, over their number. Also, if I need to make an order, how can I order nationality? Okay, so we can't use the arithmetic or the median, the arithmetic mean, of course, or the average or the median if we deal with qualitative data. Qualitative, it means no numbers, like nationality, like, for example, the level that we have the students, for example, okay, and also the eye color, and also the gender, and also, for example, the type of the cars. Okay, so all this, which the values or the numbers or the data that don't deal with numbers, so we can use the mood. Dispersion measure. Dispersion or the variation, it means if we have some values and we have a dispersion. Dispersion, it means one of the value, one of the values is the extreme value. What is extreme value? Don't go with the same system. For example, I have five subjects. I get 9 in the first, 9 in the second, 9 in the third, 10 in the fourth, and in the fifth and the last subject, I get 2 out of 10. So these two will affect the whole four other subjects. So this two is called extreme value or outliers, outlier, outlier or extreme value. If we have extreme value or outlier, so our data is not homogeneous. Homogeneous, it means not going by the same system. So we need some measures to measure this dispersion. Describe amount of data that don't go with the arithmetic mean and the other values. And we need to, or how we can measure it by common or four, but we talk about the standard deviation, we talk about the variance. The range also is very easy. One of the dispersion measure is the range. What is range, mister? The range is the highest or the maximum value minus the minimum value. This is the range. This is the range. What is the standard deviation? This is what we will know. The standard deviation and variance, and we have a coefficient of variance and so on. We have many measures, but we don't talk about them. Okay, we have the standard deviation. The standard deviation, its a sign is sigma. So this sign is called sigma. Sigma. It's like S, but with Latin. So sigma is the square root of n times b times q. I'll talk now about n. What is n? What's b? And what's q? What's the variance? Variance is sigma squared. It means if we get the variance, mister, and take its square root, it will be the standard deviation? Yes, of course. The arithmetic mean if we work in a binomial random variable. What is binomial? This is the meaning of B and Q. Binomial, it means an experiment, and the experiment has only two answers. It means, for example, uh, I have, for example, an experiment of tossing a coin. When we toss a coin, we have only two choices or two outcomes, which are tail and head, which are tail and head. For example, for me, if we take the first outcome as tail is my success. So the probability of getting tail is 1 over 2. The probability of getting head is 1 over 2. Or we have another experiment. The other experiment is to get the vaccine or not to get the vaccine. So our success to get the vaccine, our failure is not to get the vaccine. So what is the probability? The probability of the citizens that take the vaccine is percent. So we're going to about 2%, 5%, 10%, and so on. What about the failure? It will be 90%, 85%, and so on. So where n is the sample size? Sample size, it means the number of the sample that we work. B is the probability of the success. Q is the probability of failure. Harmonic tables or conditional. This is, we talk about this. It's look like conditional. What is conditional? Conditional probability. We said that the conditional probability, it means the probability of getting B with condition or with respect, or in a condition of A, it's equal the probability of the intersection over the probability of the second. Let's go to the problems directly. We're going to number one. In number one, I'm going to Abdul Ilah. Abdul Ilah, can you read number one, please? If the marks, Abdul Ilah, Abdul Ilah, Abdul Ilah. Okay, I'm going to Abdullah Al-Eid. Abdullah and Abdullah, I think you may. make
Mister, I
the
am taking the exam.
exam. Okay, 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 okay.
Yes.
You can go. You can go. El Walid also, Abdurrahman also. Badr, Badr, Badr.
Mister?
Okay, Badr.
Yes, I'm also doing the exam.
Okay, go, 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 go. There is no.
I I I leave the session.
No, no, no. Don't leave the session. Keep.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I'm going to Hussein. Hussein, can you read the first example, please? Hussein, 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 repeat the exam. I don't think so. Okay, Khalid Al-Harbi.
Okay, Mister. Mister,
Yes, go.
you're okay. Number one, if the marks of students in a class are 168, 27, 82, 93, 57, then what is the median of these marks? The median is the middle number. So after arranging, we will find that the median are two numbers, which are the uh, 82 and 57.
No, 82 and 68.
Uh, 27, 82, and 68. Yes, yes.
So 68 plus 82 divided by 2. So it gave me as 140, 150 divided by 2. 150 divided by 2 equal.
75.
So the answer of the first problem is,
A.
so it's A. It's A, 75. So the median is to arrange the numbers. If you find, or if you have odd values, odd number of values, so you will get the number in the middle. If you have even, you will choose the two middle numbers, add and subtract, and sorry, divide by 2. Okay, we're going to number 2. Number 2, I'm going to, I think we have some of my dear students. Omar, I think you repeat the exam. Nasser, Nasser,
Yes, Mister.
uh, we're going to number 2. Number 2, which?
Okay. Which measure of central tendency fits the following data better? 15, 46, 52, 47, 75, 42, 53, 45. First, we arrange it from the least to greatest.
Okay, which is the best measure for this? Mean, median, mode, range.
Mm, I think maybe mean.
Pay attention. If you have any outliers or extreme values, it means a value that very far for the other values, we can't choose mean,
We
because this
we use
mean, this
range.
value will affect the whole values. So we have here 15. 15 is outlier or extreme value, so we don't use the mean. We're going to the second. If we have to choose mode, we must have repetition, but we don't have repetition, mister, so we can't use mode. So the remainder is the median. So letter B is the median. Mister, why we don't choose range? Range is not one of the center of tendency measures. The center of tendency measure, we have three center of tendency measures, which are the mean, median, and mode. Mean, median, and mode. So we choose median. We will choose median. I'm going to number 3. Number 3, which of the following is not considered as a measure of center of tendency? The same. Mean is the center of tendency measure. Median, mode, so the standard deviation. The standard deviation is a measure for dispersion or variation. We're going to number 4. Number 4, in a survey of 10,000 persons, 20% of them reported that their favorite food is rice and meat. What is the preview of the margin of error? What is margin of error? Margin of error has a rule. Margin of error. Pay attention. Margin of error. So the margin of error rule, mister. What is the margin of error rule? I need to know the margin of error rule. It's a positive or negative 1 over root n. Our n here is the number of persons, so positive or negative 1 over square root 10,000. Square root of 10,000 is positive or negative 1 over 100. 1 over 100, it means letter C. So the margin of error is the positive or negative 0.01. 0.01. We're going to number 5. In number 5, in a binomial event, which 20 times repeated. So binomial event, it means we have only two probabilities, probability of success and probability of failure. We have 20 times repeated. It means n equals 20. So n here equals 20. The arithmetic mean is 12. It means the mu equals 12 because mu, it means the arithmetic mean. What is the value of the standard deviation? I talk about this and give you the rules. What is the mu? What is the mean? The mean is the n multiplied by b. He gave me the mu is 12. So 12 multiplied by 20b. Okay, so divide here by 20 and divide here by 20. So the value of B, it means the probability of the success is 12 over 20. If you divide by 4, so you get here, or yes, divide by 4, you will give here 3 and here divide by 4 equals 5. So the probability of failure, which is called the Q, is 2 over 5. So now we have B, we have Q. I need to find what? The standard deviation. The standard deviation is sigma equal n times b times q. It means the square root of n, it means 20, multiplied by 3 over 5, multiplied by 2 over 5. And we get the result. And we get the result. We get the result, it's root 4.8. We're going to number 6. In number 6, we have a researcher tries to determine the effect of lighting a new type of lamp in a follower group as it shows in the opposite table. If the flower is chosen randomly, then what is the probability that it has died knowing that it was exposed to a new lab? Pay attention with me about this example. About this example, we need to find the probability. Okay, mister, what is the probability that it has died knowing that? Knowing that, it means conditional if. It means conditional if. A new lamps. Pay attention with me. So I need to get the probability of die if we have a new lamp. So we have to get the probability of intersection. This is the rule. The probability of, or conditional probability is the probability of intersection over the probability of the second. So the probability of the new lamp. The probability of the intersection between die and the new lamp is 6. Okay, so I have here 6 over. The probability of the dead is what? The probability of the dead, you must add. This is dead and this is dead. So you have here you have here it's 20, it's sorry, it's 6 and here 12, 6 and here 12. So you have here for the dead, for the dead, it's equal to, or sorry, for the new lamp, it means 30. Down we have new lamp, it means 24 plus 6. 24 plus 6 equal to 30. So 6 over uh, uh, 30 divide by 6 divide by 6. It give you 1 over 5. 1 over 5, it means 20%. So the result is 20%. The result is 20%. We're going to number 7. In number 7, in a study, uh, uh, this is wrong, I see. It's conducting, yes, conducting on weights of the students in the primary stage. The result is the opposite table, which measure center of tendency is more suitable for the previous data. We said that if we have a repetition, it's better to use mood, and it's very easy. As you see, or go by columns, we have here 26, 26, and then with 26 and here 26. So 26 is repeated for 1, 2, 3, 4, and here 26, and here 26, and here. So if you have a repetition like this, it's better to use a mood, and it's the easiest way. We're going to number 8. Number 8, if A and B are two events in the sample space of the random experiment such that A union B equals 0 0.4, and probability of B is 0 or zero point 0.5, probability of A 0 0.2 or zero point 0.2. Then what is the value of A conditional with B, or the conditional AB? So I write the rule of the conditional also. A conditional B will be equals to the probability of the intersection over the probability of the second. The probability of the second is given. So down you have zero point 0.5. But what about the probability of the intersection? I don't have the probability of the intersection. What shall I do? What shall I do?
Mr. Momin,
What?
I have a question. I already solved my exam last time and I got full mark. And I joined this exam by accident. I
Okay.
thought it was normal homework. Do I solve it or just leave?
No, no, leave it.
Okay.
Okay, so we have here the probability of A union B equals the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of the intersection. You can simplify. This is zero point 0.4, this is zero point 0.2, this is 0.5 minus, and this is the probability of the intersection, the requirement. This is, if you add, it gives you 0.7. In the other side, it gives you negative 0.3, and here negative probability of A with B. Cancel negative with negative, so 0.3. So you can substitute here, it's 0.3 over 0.5. So it gave you the result directly. It gave you the result directly, 3 over 5. It means 0.6 or 60%. The last problem, which of the following values has the highest standard deviation? We said that the standard deviation is one of the measures of the dispersion. It means we use these measures to get the outliers or the extreme values, which are satisfied in letter B, because in letter A, all the values place from 10 to 13. So they are very near. And here from 11 to 13, and in D from 10 to 13. But pay attention about this. Letter B, you have 10, 10, 13. Oh, we have 20. So all the values are near to each other except 20. So we have a gap. This gap make we have a dispersion. We can measure this dispersion by standard deviation. Thanks, my dear students, for your participation and for your attendance. But this is one, okay, okay. So I'll see the marks, and I need, inshallah, to improve your marks when you finish the exam. Thanks and goodbye.